Next topic is derivation of gradient descent rule. So how to calculate the direction of steepest descent along the error surface? So if we take a negative sign, then it is a steepest decrease, and if we take a positive direction or the positive sign, that it indicates a steepest increase. Now in which direction we want the steepest descent, it is indicated by a negative symbol. The direction of a steepest can be found out by computing a derivative or the differentiation of an error. So that is shown here. So here we can see that del E of W vector. So this delta or del, it indicates a gradient or the derivative of the error of weight vector. So that is equal to a partial derivative of an error with respect to each and every weight is done. So this del of E vector, it is a vector where we are going to take the partial derivatives of an error with respect to each and every weight. Now this derivative or this vector derivative, it is called as a gradient of E with respect to W vector. Now if the weight vector, if it is negative, then we say that it is the steepest decrease. If the gradient is positive, then we say that it is the steepest increase. So let's see the derivation part. So this is a derivation of a gradient descent rule. So we know that this is a graph that is plotted earlier, a graph of a sum of a squared residuals, or we can say that it is a graph of error. This is a graph of error and versus the intercept. So here while starting the steepest descent, so we are going to move with the larger steps. As and when we reach the global minimum, we are going to move the small step. Why? Because if we move the larger step at this point, we are going to skip this global minimum. This straight line that is written in black line, you can see that we are going to skip this global minimum point, which indicates that there is a least error, or when we have the best weight. So initially we are going to move a larger steps, and when we reach a global minimum point, we are going to take the smaller steps. Now del of E, that is a partial derivative of an error with respect to each and every weight, is going to be taken. Now what is a weight? The weight vector, it is equal to W vector plus del of W vector. So this is an old value or nothing, but initially we are going to assume the random value. We are going to calculate the error. Again we are going to calculate the output. If we get a perfect output, then it is fine. If not, we are going to back propagate, and then we are going to change the weight value by adding delta of W vector. So that is nothing but a step change to an old value. So again we are going to find out an error of this. Again we are going to find the output of this. If it is correct, then fine, or else again back propagate and again update with a new value, any randomly choosing the value. How the step change is being performed? As I told earlier, the step change, it is larger steps here, and when we are likely to minimize the error, so here error is more, here error is more. Gradually when we move from the we move towards the steepest descent, we are reducing the error. So at this point we have to go and smaller steps. So now del vector W vector, it is equals to W vector plus delta of W vector, that is an old value plus an step change. We are going to update a weight and we get a new value. So the same thing, it is written in terms of an I, that is I indicates it can take any of the values depending upon the number of an input. So it is going to start from W naught, and again it ends up to Wn. It depends upon the number of an inputs. Since we are multiplying x1 W1 plus x2 W2 plus xn Wn. How many number of inputs? So many number of weights along with one extra, that is W0 will be present. So now Wi, it indicates a general weight value. So it can take from 0 to n value. I value will be from 0 to n. So what is the value of this delta Wi? Delta Wi, it is equals to minus eta del E by del Wi. So what is delta Wi? Delta Wi, it indicates a step change. What is an I? I value, it indicates the number of weights that we have to consider. So I value depends on number of inputs. So that is equal to minus. Why the negative sign here? Because it indicates a steepest decrease. We want a decrease in error. We doesn't want an increase in error. So that's why we have a negative sign here. So minus eta. Eta is a learning rate. I'll tell what is a learning rate is. Now dou E, that is nothing but a partial derivative of an error with respect to an weight. As I already told, I can take any value from 0 to n depending upon number of inputs that is being present. Now what is this learning rate? Learning rate, it is a parameter again. It determines the step size at each iteration. Iteration, again, how many number of iterations we have to do? It depends upon the number of inputs that is present here. So previously in a visualization, there were 3 samples, 3 data set present. So there were 3 iterations that is being done. So the same way here, how many number of weights, how many number of inputs, so many number of iterations we need to perform. So eta, it indicates a learning rate. It indicates how many step size that should be taken at each iteration. Initially there should be a larger step size. As I told here, initially it should be a larger step size, and when I am about to reach a global minimum where I am getting a lower error, at that time I should move a smaller steps. So that is done with a constant parameter, that is a learning rate. Now what is the value of an error? So we know the formula of an error. E, it is equals to half summation of d belonging to d, td minus od. So d, small letter d, it indicates a particular row in our data set or particular training example, whereas capital D, it indicates the complete data set. TD, it is a target output of a particular training example, minus OD, it indicates a linear value of a perceptron, or it indicates a predicted value. I have written here my value, it is nothing but the predicted value. Now we are going to substitute this inside this derivative part and we are going to differentiate it. So del E by del Wi, it is equals to, I have substituted the value of E, half I can take outside, summation I can take outside, and I'll apply differentiation for all the variable part. So TD minus OD. So if I apply the differentiation part, so it is nothing but 2 times I'm going to get it. So 2 times of that value, again applied differentiation to this variable. So 2 and 2 is going to get cancelled when I perform differentiation. What is the differentiation of x square? D by dx, if I consider, it is differentiation of x square. So if I consider like this, it is 2x, correct? So the same way it is done here. So it is 2 times of the value. So 2 and 2, it is going to be cancelled. So left out is this one. So as I already told, OD, it is nothing but a single perceptron value, or it is nothing but a predicted value. So single perceptron value, it is nothing but what? It is Wi into x, W into x, or it is nothing but xi Wi, or I can take it as xi applied for an particular training example. So I will substitute here, that is w vector dot xt vector. So this is a multiplication of an input and a weight. It is going to give my predicted value or a single perceptron value. So I have substituted here. So still more simplification, if I do for this w vector into xt vector, it is nothing but minus xid. So differentiation of td with respect to wi I can't do, this is going to be 0, since I am doing differentiation, partial differentiation with respect to weight. So there is no weight term here, so that's why I am going to cancel it, and here I have a weight term, so this value it is going to be 1. So this value it is going to be 1, so that's why it is minus. In place of xt I'll write xid. Why I'll write xid? Xi, it depends upon the number of an input. As I already told, I value it will start from 0 and it can take up to n. So we know that in artificial neural network I have written this is x1, and I had written like x1, x2, x3 up to xn. So these are the number of inputs. So depending upon the inputs I will be having the I value. So finally if I write the value, so this, if I number it as equation 2, and if I substitute this 2 in my this equation 1, so I will get del wi, it is equals to, see this minus I have here, minus, and here from minus xi I have, so that minus into minus it is going to be plus, so it is plus eta summation of d, that is an training example belonging to an complete database, td minus od xid. So this is a value of an weight, that is an delta wi. It is nothing but an step change of an weight. So this value will be updated every time depending upon the learning rate value, whether the step change it should be a larger value or the step change should be a smaller value. So this is a derivation of an gradient descent rule.